It's Week 11 of the NFL, and our focus is on the Lions' sure-handed tight end. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Lions and the Giants, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a first carry here for Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson: 13 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go play action. Here's Hooker. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Robinson up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Hooker now on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and, of course, take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 22 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Powerful running. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Hooker on 1st down. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now 2nd and 5. Here's Hooker to throw it. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. St. Brown in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Throwing. Hooker. Here's a screen for Robinson. And in for the Lions, touchdown. James Robinson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point try now for Patterson. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This
rush coming, and he's taken down. Ed Oliver, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Escape, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Hooker now, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Now Jones. Short throw going to be caught by Waller.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of...
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Jones, another shot here after the pick 6. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Jones throw taken in by Slayton. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. You talk about this Lions defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, Jones. Waller taking it in over the middle. And he will have a Giants 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. This one is Slayton over the middle. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up fourth down. Looking to throw. Jones. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. First and 10 as this new drive starts. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Hooker. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 36. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Giants will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Jones and the Giants now with a first and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Going right side, he finds Slayton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Has a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. From the 20, here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll run for it with Robinson, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton from 10 yards out. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, Hooker uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
And this will wind up the Lions' first down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
A final shot before break. Hooker. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was the visiting Bengals who were able to come away with the road victory. Joe Burrow leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Wan'Dale Robinson, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting Jaguars. Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, but to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Holding offense.
Here's Jones. To throw on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Aiden Hutchinson drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Eluding the pressure right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They'll go for it. Hooker. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And boy, before the drive even starts, here's a timeout. Wow. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to Waller. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. His throw incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. The Lions offense set to take over. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their... That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up on the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that lead is back down to 9 now. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
So here come the Lions now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on second down, here's Hooker. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Second down and a run by Robinson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And they're going to get it. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Dexter Lawrence with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Second down. Here's Barkley again. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will be taken down, and a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a 1st down. Back to throw. Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now it's 3rd and 3.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw again. That is caught. Touchdown. Irv Smith Jr. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out now come the Lions. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 63 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd down at the 27-yard line.
Hooker now on 2nd down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And quickly, they get to the line. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And not nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. "42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing Jones to Barkley on the check down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Back to throw. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, they really could have turned this one upside down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So now Jones and the Giants down by 5. 2:05 to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save the timeout. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Jones. Gets this to Waller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. Connects with Slayton, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Here comes 2nd down. To throw is Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Hooker now on play action. Oh, wide open, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Hooker. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the legs. And in for the Lions, touchdown from 19 yards away. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
It's caught at the 1. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. Down the numbers. There he goes. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Lions, they pick up win number 7 on the year, and they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,